good to be back. Welcome back to the Coalition Friends YouTube channel. My name is Garrett, and we are back for more Walking Dead. So today I'm going to be reviewing Season 10, Episode 2, entitled, We Are the End of the World. So let's just jump right in. Okay, the episode opens up, I think, with a flashback. I mean, this whole episode is really all about Alpha and an origin story for Beta, and where I got it is, like, it's an origin story for everyone, basically, for the most part. We get to see how Beta got his, how Beta was the first one to have a walker mask as his best friend, which was, like, crazy, insane. And that's also his, like, smiley face shirt, which is his best friend's, which who I thought at first was his brother, because I don't know if you'd keep a best friend as a walker locked up in a room, but, like, brother makes more sense to me. Chris Hardwick, at the beginning of Talking Dead, said it was his best friend, so I guess best friend it is. So, the beginning, or at least the first flashback part, we see Alpha, not Alpha yet, and younger Lydia, like our middle Lydia, between youngest Lydia and our present day Lydia. We're getting one in between, which is 7 years before present day. And we see them walking with a horde of walkers, but they're just doing the normal cover yourself with their blood and guts and you'll smell like them. This one woman has crashed her car and she wakes up from it. She tries to get away, but just gets mauled by the walkers. And it's just like, I can't even show it on this. Like, if I put this on this, if I was trying to monetize this video, I would fail. Or even if it would not be allowed to be posted because it's just way too gory. Like, this is probably the most gore we've seen on the show in quite a bit, to where it's just way overwhelming, but it was a satisfying kill. Just messes up Lydia because a walker takes her ear muffs off and she freaks out when they have to get into this building, and then they see this guy that's gonna turn out to be Beta nonetheless. Then it cuts to the opening sequence again, which this time I noticed a new thing of a future thing we'll have in the show, which is Silence the Whisperers written on the wall. I didn't get the full image, but I can just put it up there. We get this great line. Alpha has so many good lines in this episode, and I will go through them all during this review. First one is, "We're all monsters now," which Lydia says later in the episode, repeats it because she's proving to her mom that she can be strong and whatnot, even though I guess she is going to come back from that later when she grows up. No, she won't kill Henry until the baby cried. Yeah. And then we're back in present day, and the present day storyline is really a origin for Gamma. She is one of two sisters that have a skill for finding walkers that the Whisperers can collect. And while they're walking out, one of the sisters is revealed to be the mother of the baby that was dropped, almost given to walkers, that Connie saved. And through a series of brief flashes later in the episode, we fully realize what happened. It really gets told to us what happens, and she starts freaking out on their walk back. And Alpha spares her. She does. She spares her. I think the reason why is because she's trying to turn uncommitted people to her cause back. Here's the thing. I don't know if the Whisperers are a quote-unquote cult yet, but they at least worship Alpha in a way that the Alpha in a community wouldn't get worshipped, I think. So it's a little bit, they're turning her into a god figure when she kind of not. She is lying to them about Lydia being dead. Only Beta knows because he found out in the end of the episode, towards the end of the episode. If anyone knows what song Alpha was humming inside like the hospital place that they were at. Let me know. I don't know what it is, and I want to know what it is because I feel like it has some thematic elements to it. So if you just want to put that in the comment down below, that is awesome. Thank you. Going back to present day, Alpha then has the sister that is becoming uncommitted come into the dark place, which is just really this like tiny cave in dirt. And this is where Alpha says like no words whatsoever. And like for some reason the sister screams. Everyone thinks she's being killed. I thought her head was like being crushed, but then it just comes back and like Alpha just brings her head close to her, and I'm just like, what? Part of the reason why she spared her is because, or like the lie that she says to do it, is that Alpha understands the loss of a child and the grief that comes with it. We see later in the episode that Alpha is freaking out that she doesn't have Lydia anymore, that she misses Lydia, that she wants Lydia back. And then like Beta convinces her to like fully forget about her, I guess. I don't know. I think. And then we see that there are some in the Whisperers that want to go to Hilltop because they saw Hilltop and they like Hilltop because there's food, livestock, actual living spaces. They're not just sleeping on the ground. So there's others uncommitted, which is a good thing to know. They also use hand signals when walking. Like Beta was flicking his hand to talk to the other sisters. I mean, they do talk around them, but it's just like a hushed voice, whispering. The best kill, no matter how it happened. Like any of them, human or walker. So Alpha finds that there are walkers that have come into the hospital, and she's taking care of some of them, and then she loses her knife, and there's one coming towards her, and in this one single shot we see a blade, I think it's a machete, probably a machete, come through the back of the skull forward. It's very a 3D effect. If they could do it in a 3D with 3D glass, it's very like, ooh, the knife is coming towards you. But it's like Beta killed that walker, and that was fucking dope. And then he like slams two more walkers' heads into the wall and just like squishes their heads. That's pretty cool. She later says, another quote, there are two kinds of people in the world. There are two kinds of people in the world, the ones brave enough to walk with the dead, and everybody else. And this line is where it starts to come, the Whisperers' ideals start coming in of walking with the dead. I know that they already were doing it, but this is where she starts spreading around to other ones. And she asks Beta, but not Beta yet, it's like Mr. B, Big Man first, and then it was Mr. B because nobody can have names because the dead don't have names. And I think it's fine. I get the the stuff. If she just wasn't evil, if they were just doing this, I don't know if she's evil per se, or if they're both thinking they're right. Because I mean, yeah, at this point she's evil because she killed 10 of our people, including Henry, who I hate. Ugh, fucking Henry. And then basically this episode is intertwined with parts of the previous episode. We see the satellite crashing down onto the earth, like the same like entering into the atmosphere, burning thing. I guess we assume that Alpha leads the walkers to where they are, or this is the next night afterwards, because they see that, I guess they walked into they assume they crossed the border because they saw smoke. Which, I mean, I don't know why Alpha wouldn't be thankful for that, or at least, like, be that as a brief truce, because they crossed the border, even though it was put out a forest fire, like the fire from the satellite. I'm just surprised Alpha is wanting to punish them for that. Maybe if they explain something. The trailer for the next episode looks really good. because we're getting everybody again. Everyone's interacting with each other again. I really hope we get some Carol Alpha scenes because I think they'll have such great chemistry on screen. And then we are present day again earlier. Everyone is collecting walkers, and the sister sees this walker that has like a baby carrier, like a chest baby carrier. And like we get those brief flashes of what happened before, and she just goes all ham on Alpha. Not really though, just like jumping on her back and like screaming and doing something with her arms, but enough to where it like attracts walkers coming towards them. And then her other sister comes and saves Alpha, pushes the other sister away, because earlier in the episode she said that she wished she never brought that sister here. And now the sister that wasn't committed is dead because she gets mauled by walkers. But we don't really get to see much of it. They apparently lost 2 more people in that. And then Beta gets mad about that with Alpha. Later we get another quote. There is clarity amid the chaos from Alpha, because she was telling Beta how calm she was while that was happening, and now she's like even more calm and like tranquil or whatever, and like then she says that line, and I just think she's going cuckoo crazy. Also with the loss of Lydia, or like Lydia not wanting to be her daughter anymore. Then the sister that is not dead gets dubbed Gamma, because Alpha fully trusts her and thinks that she can turn those that are uncommitted. So basically we just have another lackey that has a name, and Gamma's probably gonna die at some point. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna end up. Just Gamma dying later in the season. Everyone's gonna die at some point. This is Michonne's last season. So what are they gonna do? Is she gonna be in the movies with Rick? Then throughout the hospital there's spray painted "I am the end of the world." And I assume this is what Beta has done since living in there. Even then he wears his mask, so we're like, the question that everyone has, like, what is Beta hiding? Does he have like some skin issue? Is he related to someone we know? So I don't know like what the thing is with Beta and his face, why he wants to hide it. We get their like the thing that like cults have that they say, like I don't think it's a prayer, it's just like their motto, and I'll include that in the outro, just so like you can see it, because it's just way too much, but it's like, yeah, I'll do "I am the end of the world" and whatnot. So in the end, I think this is a really strong continuance of where we've been in this season, and I really cannot wait to see where we go from here, because there's just a lot of momentum with this season. They can do so much, and I'm just really excited for where they go. So, if you like this video, give it a like. If you want to let me know what you thought of the episode, just do that in the comments down below. And hit that subscribe button if you want to be notified when more of these Walking Dead reviews come out. And I'll see y'all in the next video.